Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. Please consider subscribing and hit the alert for future videos. Today what I'm going to be doing is a June week 5, this is a 5-week budget for me, closeout, and a month-end closeout. So overall, a pretty good month. I am completely changing up my budget for July. I'm a little nervous about it, I won't lie. But we'll see what happens. So at the end of the month, I can always change it back, right? So I want to start first. I had taken out money from my envelopes to establish a cash fund for an estate sale that we did. And that was done on the 26th. So a total of $142. I did, when we were done with the estate sale, I did take the $142 back and I put the amounts back into my envelope. So you're gonna see the money come out as a transaction and then I put the money back in as a transaction. So I just wanted to make sure I kind of kept a running total of exactly what I spent. So that's the way I handled it. So I did put all my totals over here by category that I took out, and then you'll see on my transactions where I put them back in. Okay, so let's get started. We'll start with groceries. So I did put in the 55 back in. So I spent 70 plus 15 plus 70. Spent 155 for the week. So I have 0 left in that envelope. So just, here's the 55 coming back in, the 155 leaving, remaining for the month was 0. So I did spend $600 for the month, which was what my budget was. So for eating out, this was a little out of control. Dunkin' Donuts for 15, Burger King for 35. We were cleaning my dad's house on Sunday, the 27th, and I went ahead, my husband and I went and picked up lunch for everybody. So I'm like, $35 at Burger King. I mean, it was not just me, I promise. So I did spend $50 in eating out. I had 50, I spent 50, I ended with 0. So I did end up spending $250 for the month. And there's nothing remaining. Allowance. So I spent $35 for in and out. I went and grabbed food for my nieces and my daughter. And I reloaded my Starbucks card for $25. So that was $60. So I had 50. I added the 10 back in that I took for the estate sale. I spent 60. I have 0 left. So I spent 200, my budget was 250, I spent 250, I have 0 left. For, let's see, this one was done. For church, I had to go online again. I'm really missing going. So I had 100, I spent 100, I have 0 left. My budget for giving was 500. I spent 500, I have 0 left. Household, my budget was 200, I spent 280, but I added 50 in from an over out of my account that I pulled out. So I actually was over $30. So I started with 200, I spent 280, so I was in the whole 80. Then I had an extra $50 I pulled out of my account for cash stuffing that I thought was groceries, but it wasn't. So I put it into household, so that gave me $250, and I spent 280, so I was over $30. Personal care. I had taken 40 out for the garage sale. I put 40 back. I didn't spend anything. So I should have 80 left. My budget was 100. I spent 20. I should have 80. Now, I am missing $10 from this envelope. I don't know where it went, so I just wrote it off as I spent it somewhere. I don't know. Entertainment. I had $12 I took out for the estate sale. I spent $11, so I have $1 left. My budget was $100. I spent $99. I have $1 left. So I actually bought 2 t-shirts when I was at Walmart yesterday, and I didn't have my clothing envelope with me, so I just went ahead and took the $11 out of entertainment. So I figured it was there. And then as far as sinking funds, I did reconcile them last night. It was kind of a chore. I need to figure out a different way to do this. So as far as income, everything came in as expected. Unfortunately, no surprise income. My car fund, I'm remaining at $25,000. We are getting closer to buying a car. I may put money into this in August. My husband's matching it. So I don't know. Like, I kind of want to have a balance in that account for maintenance or, you know, something. But so I may look in August to add money back into that. For Christmas gifts, I started with $2,627. I added $466, so $2,627 plus $466. Then I spent a lot. Minus 19, minus 75, minus 65, minus 15. Minus 61, minus 90. Let me try that again. 50 plus 19 plus 75 plus 65 plus 15 plus 61 plus 90. I spent $375. This is not right. 2627 plus 466 minus 375. Okay, I'm gonna have to look through my transaction. So some of these I know are right. So I had birthdays. My daughter got a puppy, so I ordered him a bunch of stuff off Amazon. These were birthdays. So let me look through here, because this is actually what is in the account this morning, which is $2,544. So I somehow pulled more money out of there. So I will look into that. My Etsy shop, I started with $443. I added $200. I spent 18 plus 90 plus 46 plus 45. I spent $199. I have $444 left, so, and that is current this morning. Technology, I started with $1,654. I spent $500, and as of this morning, I have $1,154 in that account. Birthday, I started with $350. I added $250. I have $600 in that envelope. Savings challenge, I started with $2,010. I added $335. I have $2,345 in my envelopes. My mom, I started with $100. I spent $59 minus 20 minus 10, 11 minus 11. Yeah, I have 0 in that envelope. I actually think I went over a little bit, but at the end I was just moving money in and out. Clothing, I started at $159. I added $200. I spent $79. I should have $280 in that envelope. Gas is definitely over. I had $200 in that budget. I spent 50 minus 35 minus 41 minus 23 minus 48. Oh, no, I have a whole $3 left. So a lot of this gas is going back and forth up north. My dad did sell his house. We are done up there. I did take him up there yesterday, and I drove. So I think on Wednesdays we'll take him up for appointments. So, but my gas definitely will come down a lot because I'm not going up multiple times during the week. Vacation, I started with 1,805. I added 500. I didn't spend anything. I have 2,305 today in that account. For trust and will, I started with 600. I spent 650, so I was over $50. So this included the trust, the will, and the retiling of my house into the trust. So I didn't really anticipate that I was going to get this all done in 1 month, but I was able to, with the 600, 650, get it all done. So it's a good feeling. Fitness, I started with 200. I didn't spend anything. I still have 200. Medical co-pays, started with 100. I added 100. This is the first month I can ever remember I didn't have any co-pays, and we still have 200 in that account. So my ending balances, and I need to see what happened with gifts. I think what happened is I took, I advertised the sale on estatesales.net plus in the local paper, and I didn't, I think I might have taken it out of gifts because I didn't ask for my dad to spend that money. So I'm ending with, I started with 34,189. I added 2,551. Let's see, so 34,189 plus 2,051 minus 35,105. I spent 1,635. So 650 plus 197 plus 79 plus 100 minus 500. Oh wait, this should have been plus 500 plus 1,000 plus 199 plus 375. Okay. We will just go with this. I will figure that there's something wrong up here. Oh, you know what? I think because I took that out. No, I spent that. Okay, 375 plus 199 plus 500 plus 100 plus 79 plus 197 plus 650, 2,100. Okay, so 466 plus 200 plus 250 plus 335. 100 plus 200 plus 500 plus 600 plus 100. Okay, so this number is wrong. I should check that one first. So 2,951 is what I added. So I started with 34,189 plus 2,951. Ended with 3,505, 105, so 2,035. Okay, so it was 2,100, but I was over 50, so, okay. That makes sense. Might be off a little bit because I know that gifting is off a little bit, but I'll figure that out later. So let's go ahead and do, just check our envelopes, and then we can move on into the next month. So for groceries, I still have this gift card for $6. I promise I'm going to get rid of this today. Eating out is empty. Allowance is empty. Back to bank, I've already pulled out the cash for my July cash stuffing, so I took the cash that was in here out. Clothing, I didn't put money in here. Recreation, I have $1. My mom's envelope is empty. Household is empty. Medicine is empty. Giving is done. Personal care, I still have money left here. I still have 80. I'm gonna leave this in personal care because there's some things I want. I'm gonna get my hair cut and color this month and some other things, so I'm gonna leave that in. Miscellaneous is also empty, and all of my tip money is out of here, so I'm gonna put this $1 back in there. So those are all done. And then these are all empty. The only one I have cash in here is clothing. That's 100, 280, which is right. So I've been using this envelope more like a sinking fund than an actual, you know, take the money all out. I'm gonna put this 80 into my personal care wallet or envelope just to have as kind of almost like that same kind of sinking fund. Savings challenge is done. Household is done. Recreation is done. Mom is done. Bank, I've removed that money for the July cash stuffing. And then birthday should have 600. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Okay, so that is right. So my birthday is in July. I have one more, I have 2 more weeks to stuff for this envelope. So another $100 will go in the month of July, and then I'm done with that one. So that is it for June. Overall, a pretty good month. What I didn't completely accomplish were my goals for this month, my financial goals. So I had wanted to do, okay, this does not want to bend for me. So my goals at the beginning of the month was 15 no spend days. I ended up with 13 total. So pretty good, pretty close, but not quite. 10 Macari sales. I had 1 Macari sale, and I moved the money out of there. So I was saving my Macari funds for Black Friday, and I was getting an email a day from them like, you have money, spend it. You have money, spend it. This is your balance. And it was driving me crazy. So I transferred 400 out of there, and I put it in the savings account because I have not gotten an email from them since. But I only did 1 listing this month, and that sold right away. It was a planner. So I definitely need to work on this now that my life is calming down, and I will have time to work on that. So, and then $100 or less in craft and stickers. Let's just say that was blown the first week of the month. So I really did kind of go on a spending spree in stickers. I am doing like a kit reorganization and a de-stash. So I kind of went ahead and purchased kits that I know I needed for like birthdays, 4th of July, things like that. And then I'm going to de-stash some of my everyday kits that I have. But, you know, you'll see how I change this around in July to almost make it be a no spend. I'm going to make it very difficult for myself to buy online, because the problem is, like, it's a $2 Tuesday. My card is attached, you know, my credit card is attached, and I just order, and then I look at the total number at the end of the month, and I'm just like, what happened here? So part of my reinventing my budget for the month of July was to make that so difficult for myself that I just don't do it. So that's where that stands. And overall, a pretty good month. Everything kind of came in as expected. I had a few negatives and a few positives, but overall it balances out. But I'm excited to roll out July and start with a new month. I always feel like it's just a refresh, and this month particularly because I am really throwing a lot of the way I budget out the window, and I'm going to try something new. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.